Hi guys, glory to Jesus Christ. I want to talk about serial killers. Scary. Specifically, I want to do a series of videos analyzing some serial killer quotes. Why? I've been thinking about this a lot lately. It's because even the people who do the most depraved things that you can imagine, in spite of themselves, cannot help but proclaim existential truths if you know where to look. They don't mean to do it, and they're certainly not happy to be doing so in any way, at least in most cases. But it doesn't matter, because the point is that the truth will not be silenced, and that no matter how execrable the source, even evil in its own way testifies to good. It can't help itself. So what got me thinking about this was my close personal friend, Alexander Pichushkin. I don't really know him. Alex Pichushkin, or Sasha Pichushkin, is a Russian serial killer. He was caught in 2006. He's otherwise known as the Bitsa Park Maniac. He claimed to kill over 60 people. He actually was only convicted of 48. And he wanted to kill more people than Andrei Chikatilo, who is the most prolific Russian serial killer of all time. But he didn't quite make it. Anyway, that was his stated goal, was he wanted to go down in history as being Russia's worst serial killer. Aim high? I don't know. Anyway, so one of his quotes, this is incredible to me, because he's talking about how he thinks life is worth nothing, right? And we hear this a lot. We hear this not just from criminals. We hear this from the media even, that human life is worth nothing unless other people say it is. Watch my video on abortion. I did it a couple weeks ago now, I guess, about how abortion promotes this toxic, cancerous worldview that the only thing that determines who is a person and who gets to live are other people, which is, of course, completely contrary to the gospel. Okay. Alex Pichushkin is saying that he killed people because he liked it, and anyway, life is cheap. So he said, I really want to read this in a Russian accent, but he won't. Human life is not too long, it is cheaper than sausage. Then he talks about how he wants to kill his lawyer. Okay, so he's buying this secular gospel of life is ultimately meaningless, life is a grand accident, life doesn't matter, especially other people's lives don't matter. I have one question for you, Sasha Pichushkin, and that is, if life is so meaningless, if it's so worthless, if it's so cheap as you say, why did you take 49 of them? Do you see what I did there? Do you see what I did there? The very fact that he has killed so many people tells you that no matter what his superficial belief may be, that somewhere deep in his heart, remember, created by God, so the truth is in there somewhere, he understands that life is valuable. And his own odious actions testify to that. If he really, truly knew that life was worthless, he wouldn't have felt the compulsion to kill anybody. Why would you steal something that has no value to you? Would you break into somebody's home and steal used pieces of notebook paper? Would you steal their dust bunnies? Would you steal, I don't know, I'm trying not to think of anything gross here, but you know, would you steal their dryer lint? Of course not. Yet you stole not one ball of dryer lint, but when all is said and done, probably more than 50 lives. And that is because in your heart of hearts, you know they have value. You know that life has value. Isn't that neat? His own actions testify to the inestimable value of life. Because if they were truly worthless, there would have been no bits apart murders. And this is how we redeem the time, folks. When we are faced with these depressing news stories, right? Oh my gosh, this guy in Russia, what is he doing, right? We have to look for the truth, because the truth is always in there somewhere. And sometimes it takes a lot of digging and archaeological skill to get it out, but it is there. So be encouraged by that. I'm going to try to limit this video series at least to one serial killer per episode, so I am going to sign off now. If you, for some reason, feel compelled to read more about Alexander Pichushkin, you can Google him. I don't really want to talk about him much anymore. He's really not that interesting, except for that little quote. So, anyway, thank you for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next clip. Bye.